G'day everybody, it's Max, and this is Transport Fever 2 Eurozone. You know it. And who wants to play with boats today? Sure, let's do some boats. Greece is kind of just screaming for a boat zone. And not exactly Greece, but more around Turkey. And there's a really nice boat setup down there. Will it make us a lot of money? I'm not. Probably not, because of the distances and stuff, but the setup is really nice for a boat show. So, before we get started, big thanks to recent subscribers. Their names are going to the bottom of the screen, and all those watching, I appreciate very much. And yeah, we're going to sail some ships around, not expecting to make a lot of money on them, but, you know, can't say we don't have some boats on the map. Let's get to it. Okay, people, today, what are we doing? Boats. You know what we're not doing? Anything painful. Right. Nothing painful today, people. Look at this. Hey, look at what we got in front of us. The line we made last time. And of course, it's all making money. You know, money, right? The Riga train, fuel train, 3 million. The War Rig train, trucks, 1 million, you know, money, right? Boats today, people, and no pain. I'd really like to have as little pain as possible. Now, keep in mind, this map, when I got it, already had all these industries on it. Now, I did turn the sandbox mode on so I could place a few industries where, to me, it made more sense to try and set up lines that were just nearly impossible to calculate based on terrain and the way the map's made. And that's the way games are. Games aren't real life. So, you know, like the rural valley in Germany there, right? You know, they have a lot, you know, the map maker set up a lot of coal, iron, and steel production there, which is great, except that this isn't the size of the planet. And in such a small scale, having all that stuff there doesn't really work out well, but that's another day. That's a whole other day. Now, when this map was made, though, I don't know if they were thinking the same thing I was, but here in Istanbul, okay, they want fuel and tools. We're not going to talk about tools. We're going to talk about fuel. Now, way down here, we have raw fuel, raw oil, right? And over here, we have the ability to refine that oil. And then way up here, conveniently in this little alcove, is a refining station. And guess who's right beside the ocean? That's right. We could probably pull this all off with a big boat chain. Yeah, so that's what we're going to try and do today, people. And hopefully it's a slightly shorter one, you know, because all these crazy hour-plus episodes, holy smokes, people. It's getting redonkulous. It's getting redonkulous. Hey, I haven't played with boats in a while, so this should be interesting. Okay. Modular harbor for cargo ships. Yay, us. All right. Well, let's turn this around. Let's get it on, people. These things aren't going to make themselves. Really? Is that what your discovery is? Yeah, and I see we're going to have to probably pull off some stuff here. I'd rather have it up here if I could get it, but I would like to kind of have both of these oil if I can get it. More oil the better, people. We like oil. We like more of it. Now, we're going to configure this. I guess I can't build a large dock in 1950. Really? Large dock. Yeah, can we have that? No, you can't have it. You can't have it there. Is that a thing? Well, I guess it is. Oh, okay. Can I have that? Can I have the other one away out here? Like that one? I'd like to have it like that one. Why can't I not have it like that one? Okay, yes. Thanks. I'll take that. I have no idea what that just did. But I mean, it looks cool, I guess. So, anyway, nevertheless, we got to get this thing hooked up to the road. Oh, Max. It's fine. It's perfectly fine. Road. Okay, well, that's not a bad thing. I'll take it back to here, at least if we can get a get a whole connection to it. Hey, there we go. 2. Yeah, 2 out of 3 ain't bad, baby. Especially when 2's all I need. All right, so, okay. Now, over here, we'd like to do the same thing. And, you know, do. All right. Nope. Yes. Sure. Holy smokes. All right. You want to do the guesswork? I'll let you do the guesswork. All right. There we go. Now, I would love to have like the really cool jetty things on here. Oh, okay. There we go. I see how it happens now. I see how it works. I'll admit, I don't play with boats a lot. You know, my crazy truck lines and train lines, you know, well, they're crazy. So, you know, I'll play with those all the time. And yes, I do try to put at least a boat into each series that I do when it comes to Transport Fever and Transport Fever 2. I do try to take advantage of stuff, but it just, whether it works out or not is the question, right? Is that going to be within range? Yes, that's what we want to see, people. That's what we want to see. This could be the fastest video I've done so far. Oh, geez. Okay, so can we get one in here now? Let's say yes, and then I can smile. All right. Sure. You gonna figure this out for me? Sure you are. In fact, it didn't even argue with that one. Okay. I mean, I'm okay with that. Go there. Go there. I don't even know if that's a capable thing. But anyway, we're gonna take it. Let's throw a road on there. All right. Okay. Sure, we'll do that. And then we're going to drag this road straight up to that refinery. Yeah, like that. Yes, holy smokes. Now, we want to drag this fuel around, right? Yes, I could have a truck come out here and pick this up, but that's not worth it to me, all right? I got to pay for these boats to come back. So what we want to do is we want to load that fuel onto a boat. And then we're going to bring it back around to this side of the harbor and take it from here, right? Of course, we got to have the craziest cliff here, so we are going to spend a little money on the smoothing terrain. Let's go with the flatten tool. We'll do the crazy brush size, the crazy thing size. And we're going to try and do this. And yes, we'll have to make that more prettier than that. So we can do this, right? Well, we'll go with this. There, see, you never even noticed there was a thing. Okay, so now let's see if we can't do that. So what we're doing is we're dragging that fuel back around here to at least here. At least it pays for some of the shipping to come back around, which of course is very important to us. So we click this, we click configure. Yeah, boo. Yep. Thanks for the noise. I hope ships are going to be able to get through all this narrow passageway and stuff, but we will soon find out, people. Okay, so we need a little bit of road to get this connected, and then I got to get that road all the way up top here, right? I'm going to take it from here and see what I can do. All right, there. We'll take that. We'll take that. All right, and then where are you taking that fuel to in this town, dude? Because this is going to require a truck or two. In fact, where am I going to put the truck station at? All right, so I can make contact with the harbor if I put it there. All right, well, I mean, I will take that. I don't think we needed two sides to that, but all right, sure. Where is the fuel needed? It's needed all over town, especially at the bottom of it. All right, and I'm actually okay with this. So it's really unfortunate, but it's okay. You got to get rid of this view, dude. I got to be able to see what's going on with this crazy town. Oh, well, that catches a lot of fuel. I mean, yes, there's a few in the top that it doesn't catch, but I mean, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. So we'll take that. All right, now can we set this all up? Whoosh, woosah. Okay. Let's see. A boat. You need a boat launch. Yes, I do. How many boats do you think you're going to need after this? I don't know. We'll put that there, I guess. Well, let's make the line and see what happens. New line. No. Just so much no. Now, I guess we'll make it orange because it is a fuel line. So, we're going to start here. Oh, thanks, autosave. I knew I could depend on you. That's awesome. Sure. And, okay, cool. There we go. We're going from there. We're going to here. We're going back to here. Okay. Yeah, I know it does. Boy, are you ever going to be upset. Okay, so that's fine. And now, now why would I do that? Okay. We'll get back to that in a second. Remember, you need 2 for 1. Now, I could have all the pumps over here all day, but you got to have 2 for 1. And we don't want these boats sailing. We want these boats to be sailing as full as possible all the time. So then I need that boat to come all the way up here. Then I need that boat to come back here. Oh, wow. Look at the amount of cross traffic going on that. Okay. Sure. And then you can go back to the start, right? Okay, that's cool. So obviously, launches 1 and 3, we want to load. We don't want to unload anything here on 1. We want to load just good old-fashioned oil. And yes, I am being pretty fussy on this line because it will get, again, when you've got a lot of crisscrossing like this, it's very easy. It's very easy to just not get this right by the computer standards. So that is going to be 1. And we're going to do the same thing here with 3. So we'll leave you alone. Okay, there we go. We're going to get rid of all that junk. Obviously, we want to unload on 2 and 4. Now, on 2, we just want to unload oil and let him go back. But on 4, we're going to actually let him load up on unfinished oil, right? So that's what's going on there. So on 2, right? On 2, we just want him to unload that oil that we just brought over and then go get more because that's the thing we do. Okay. Now, I don't know. I will say I don't know if I need the double back on this one. I mean, you do because it's a 2-to-1 ratio. So you do have to make up for the oil difference somewhere. Now, in other series, I have done this as a separate boat line that just goes back and forth. But I don't think I'll try to butcher it like I did the whole brick line. Boats are just way too slow for that kind of maneuvering. And my concern is that we will take loss leading on that one pretty hard. So now, this time though, we're going to unload. That oil. But we're going to load that. So we're going to take that, do that. Now the other ones I probably don't need to fix this way. I know I need to do that for. I'm pretty sure I'm going to need to do that for this one though. All right, so we're going to unload that oil, and then take refined oil to the north. Now, I do know that they actually have, like, buoys and everything here now, so I probably could try to do something fancy with that. I mean, this is a pretty... Yikes. This is a pretty skinny area. So is this, actually. I mean, it's pretty scary all around, to be honest. We'll hope that it works. So, let's go IST. IST, fuel, boat, BO. All right. There you go. And then over here, we do need a secondary line. Nothing too big. New line. And we'll do this from here down here. And I'm sure it's going to make the ugliest Well, that's actually not too ugly. So we're going to go IST fuel truck. Okay, done. All right, and we're not going to need... I mean, I'm going to put like 2 trucks on there just to kind of get this booted, but we don't want to get too excited here with these trucks right away. All right, so we just kind of want to make this happen. So we can do that. Let's see. Okay, where's the bends of the day? Right there. There we are. I don't know. We'll put 3 on this for now. And again, this is going to take money losing to a whole new level. Okay, because I mean these things aren't going to move for a while. Now, what do we get for boats? I have no idea. Buy boats. Sure. Hey, guess what carries fuel? This guy. Okay, sure. He moves 22 kilometers an hour too. Turns out he's like almost the perfect answer that I need here, isn't he? Oh wow, we get the Vandals now? No way. I didn't think we got those in the 50s. That's actually really impressive. 26 kilometers an hour. I didn't realize we got Vandals now. I mean, Vandals, boom, baby. I mean, you want to see some freight move. We'll go straight for cargo. I have used the whelms in previous series, and I mean they work pretty good. I mean, you know, they'll take almost everything except fuel. These guys will take everything at 25 kilometers an hour. Really? All cargo types. The capacity is 100. 2 compartments. Well, it turns out I don't care about the 2 compartments. I like your price tag, though. Right? Oh, well, never mind. I like this price tag more. So, 768 at 25 or 584 at 22. Okay. And how many do you hold? You hold where okay, 90. You hold 90. He holds 100 and is a little bit faster, but he's also $200,000 more. Now, I'm not worried about the money buying it. It's the upkeep. So he's 131,000 and this guy's 97,000. I mean the Vandal. I mean, yeah. Zoom, baby. 26. Capacity's 130. It's like, show me money. I don't know if Istanbul can do that kind of volume. I'm some tempted, though. Okay, well, you can stare at this all day, but you're not really getting a lot done. Wow. Are these things 30? And are expensive, but, I mean, they look awesome. You know, yeah, look at that. What's the capacity? 240. Boom, baby. Like 30 kilometers an hour at 240. You know what? I don't get to play with new stuff very often. You know what? So let's go for it. How many do you think this is going to be? Oh, I would say we're looking at, I would say it's got to be 30. You want to see spending money? There's spending money right there. All right, let's do this. All right, let's see how this works. No path for big ships. Oh, come on. But only allowed on this path. Consider using small ships or large docks. I thought I had large dock. Whatever. Okay, look. Replace the vehicles. Fine. We'll go with something smaller. I get $56 million back. I spent $100 million on that? Holy smokes. Okay. All right, is that going to work for you? Is that okay? All right, let's see how this goes. I would think now I'm going to need more because these are going slower. Are we getting boats anytime soon out of this thing? Yeah. Oh, no path for big ships. What are you talking about, game? All right. 70. Really? Do you consider that to be a big ship? Is that what you're talking about? All right. Can we have that? No, I can't have those either, huh? Really? I guess I better figure out these docks, right? Darn it. Okay, well, listen. No. Let's see what we got going on here. Do. All right. All right. Cargo. Main building. Landing large. Yes. Do that. Boom. That's what I want. Okay. So if we go around to each one of these, I can do this now. Is this a thing? Okay. We'll come up here. Configure. Large. Boom. Sure. And then we'll get out of that one. And up here, we'll go to this one. I guess I can get rid of that one on the other side, right? That would be probably a thing. There we go. And on this one, I guess we better do the landing on the right. Okay, landing large. Okay, there we go. Is that going to make things happy for us now? I mean, I can always clean these up later if that's a thing. Okay, so now, can I put them on this line? No path for big ships. Come on. I know there's a path for big ships. I just put it in. Okay, just a second. Next. Next thing to figure out. Manage the line. Okay, so Athens Port. Let's go to 2. All right. And then, so that's, and then we're back to Athens Port again. Oh, right. You're going to have a couple of these, right? Especially this one. Let's actually do this a little bit more. So we're going to configure that. We're going to put a large landing port. I guess we can try and put it on that side. And it's going to be the same over here. Okay, well, you're going to have to close that one. And configure a large landing port over here because we're gonna go on try to separate some of this traffic. Now the rest of them I don't really care too much about, but those two I do. That's for sure. Okay, so how badly will you mess this up, game? Okay, manage the line. So Athens Port, can we go back to 1? No. How about 2? Okay, so cool. I'm glad you'll sail off the side. And then I'm going to have this guy come into 3. Yes. And then over here, we're going to have 2. I don't know what side that's going to be on. Is that going to be side 3? Yes. And then the other one can be side 2. Yes. Okay, so that's cool. That's cool. I'm good. Over here, I need number 6 to be on number 2. And over here, I need that to be on the other side. On the other side. Nice wording. Nice wording. Number 2. Okay. Now I'll bet you I could use all them big boats. Yeah. Do you want to replace these? Yes. Big boats. Yes. Replace for 50 million. Yeah. Can you do it now? Can you do it now? No. Can you do it now? I don't know. Yes, you can do it now. Boom. Big boats, baby. Big boats. Let's go. Let's go. I like big boats and I cannot lie. Okay, here we go. Wow, that's really loud. Let me try and turn the sound down on that a little bit, so as we don't go deaf. Yeah, we're gonna lose the music, but wow, these guys are really, really loud, and they are really pumping oil. Yes, pump all the oil, pump it, pump it up. You bet. All right, so these guys are coming in on this side, of course, because that's what he's got to do, right? Yes, do that. How much oil are you going to grab for me on the first run? All right, well, it's going to be a little slow here. So, I mean, there a little bit of sailing off the edge of the Earth. It's perfectly fine. The flat earthers will love this. Don't get me started. Okay, so they're working their way out. This is going to take a little time, people. You know how this works. Oh, and we do got the 3 trucks running, too. Oh, good. You know. Oh, my. This is going to get intense. Okay, so what I've got to watch for here is we have to watch for the spacing, right? So, you know, we want enough boats where the spacing is minimal, but not too many boats where we're paying too much money. Because boats are big investments, right? Like, you know, you're basically sitting back and watching very slow things with very big capacity sailing around. And these first boats are not going to be happy, right? Yes, when they get back across, they'll be happy. But until this kind of settles out, this number is going to be low all the time. So it's going to take some time. I mean, if we were running the actual calendar, it would be years before this actually kind of settled in really nice. So, now what are you doing, Max? Nothing. I'm just looking around to see if there's a quick tools around here somewhere. Do you know what you don't see? That's right. Nothing. That's right. You're not going to play with any of that, dude. You're going to leave that alone. So, let's go have a look at a few other lines before I put you on break and then bring it back for the boat's results on this episode, because I need an easy episode, people. I've had this headache for like 2 days. It's driving me nuts. Everything else, though, cruising along. We like that. Yeah, there's the boats. And, of course, that truck line's not going to be happy with us either. Let's stretch this up here. Everything else, though, is very happy with us. You know, $5 million for the multi-train. You know, $5 to $8 million, right? You know, fluctuation, people. Welcome with fluctuations. Okay, and, of course, you know, that brick truck, that still cooks my mind. How much we've messed around with that. You know, we still got the $3 million coming on there. The war brick, you know, at $1 million. I'm glad that all worked out so well. You know, because that's all really cool. We are going to have to deal with passenger trains soon. TM. Of course, the reason I have not been playing with passenger trains up to this point is the call is one way or the other. You're either going to deal with all passenger trains and then work your freight trains around them, or you're going to work with all your freight trains and then work your passenger trains around them. And you can kind of do them at the same time, but you end up destroying a lot of stuff along the way. And this map's already a really busy map that's trying to be accurate but shouldn't have been. And so, like, again, coming back to the Ruhr Valley here, you know, this is really cool and it is very historically accurate, but unfortunately it's also not game friendly, right? And trying to drag stuff around here is can be quite challenging, slamming all the steel into the center here. Okay, that's great. You know, but when you have to take that steel somewhere, okay, so let's say you're taking some of that steel down here to this goods center. Okay, but what am I bringing back, right? Like, because trains don't like to run halfway empty. They don't make no money. So, okay, you've brought that all the way down here. What are you bringing back, especially when there's steel down here, right? Like, you know, and you need to use the cars that you're given. So you're running a bunch of flat cars. Yes, I could try to use these planks here to run planks back up here somewhere. Okay, but can I make that all work? Not sure. And then, you know, it complicates things when real world scenarios try to work on this. Okay, so let's have a quick look at the boats before I send you on break. Okay, so we got our first boats that are racing up towards here. They've got finished fuel on them. I must admit, I'm very impressed with this guy. He's got his 84 on there, and that's because he would have had to have gone back and forth a couple of times, right? So that's what you're seeing here. They're coming up, dropping off, coming over, going back, and now they're on their way up. I wonder how many boats we've got out the door. Looks like we've got all the boats out the door. So I am going to bring it back. We'll see. Maybe we'll watch this first boat. You should actually watch the boat. Wow. That's really intense, Max. Yeah, look at that. That's pretty intense. I got to give you that one. That's a boat. You should probably take a picture of that boat for a thumbnail or something. Yeah. Well, that's a boat. Yes, toot that horn, dude. That's right. You're going to sail right into this thing, and hopefully we're going to make some money. Thanks, autosave. I knew I could depend on you all the time. Sure. Okay, come on, autosave. Let's go. Anytime now. There we go. All right, so let's get out of the camera view on that one before the... I must admit, watching boats in Transport Fever 2 does make me very wish-washy, and I'm already dealing with this headache that I've been trying to deal with. $600,000, and that boat wasn't even close to being full, people. That's what I'm talking about. Now, he's going to go back home empty because, of course, he's the first guy to drop something off. And this factory's like, what am I doing? You just dropped off a bunch of stuff. Am I actually firing up? Am I going to do a job? Am I actually going to work? Yeah, and this guy's probably going to be not much better. All right, well, at least he's going to get 12 before he gets out the door. And then what's going on here? Well, I mean, he's not bringing up a lot of finished, and this is again going to be the problem. But we'll watch ship 2 here just to drop it off in town. Then we'll get to see the trucks pick it up, hopefully, and do a little bit of delivery. And we'll call this one, and then we'll call this one for a break, and then I'm going to bring you back after watching these things slowly sail back and forth. Where are we with the boats? Okay, so we're still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 boats. This guy's gonna make a stop here. Boy, was your 30 guess like right on the money? No, I mean it's pretty close. It's pretty close, dude. I mean that's pretty impressive if you got that pretty close. In fact, I might have overbought by about 3 boats. All right, so we're gonna see. We do want to keep an eye on ship 1 here. I should keep an eye on ship 1. We'll put him over here. He just made $31,000 off of that 12 fuel. And now these guys are going to deliver that fuel, right, guys? Please tell me yes. Yes, you are. Yay. Okay. So, now he's almost back down here. And what do we got? 3 boats left. Okay. I don't think we're going to need you, dude. Because this guy is cruising. It's going to be really close. I got to say, it's going to be really close. I feel bad for ship 9, but I think this guy's going to get down here in time. We may not need ship 9. Oh man, he's really cruising in hard. Ship 9's like, come on, boys. I mean, I don't want to get sold off. Make it happen, dude. Make it happen. You know what? We're going to leave ship 9 alone. You know, I think it's going to be okay because I think there you go. Look at that. Ship 9 is going to make it. He is going to make it. Look at that. 30 boats. Exactly. Gee whiz, Max. You almost think you played this game before. I know. It's amazing. I am amazing. Okay, so now I'm going to bring you back. We're going to see what kind of money we make here in a little bit. And we'll have either a laugh or a cry over it. It could go either way, people. It could go either way. I'll see you in a minute. Okay, so I thought we'd start with this update. And everything is, I mean, the boats are running so nice. Except they make no money. Now, why is that? The issue is volume. All right. Istanbul is, taking lots of fuel. And, we're pumping it out pretty hard. The issue is Istanbul just doesn't need the volume that we're trying to move to make these ships profitable. And, I mean, these things carry 240, and we're only shipping like 42, 45 in each ship. because that's how good things are going with the spacing and volume. So I get two choices here. I can try to reduce the ships, or I can try to increase the output. Now, my first answer to this is to lower the quality of the ships, and that's just because they carry less, their maintenance is less, they might turn a profit. And we may still have to do that. But how about Bucharest? Bucharest might want some fuel, and it turns out we got a couple of farms here. No, we are not doing anything crazy today, people. I'm just going to set up a simple truck line to maybe try to pull some extra fuel out of this thing. Maybe next episode I'll make the truck line crazy wonky, and we'll see. Now, you could say, well, okay, but you've got like oil and refined oil here. Why don't you just make Bucharest oil here for Bucharest? Well, yes, but again, if we do want a profitable train, we're going to want that train to haul oil or whatever over long distance and in bi-directional, right? So I don't know. I will say I am a little bit conflicted. If I do that, like, let's say I find say I take this as the refinery and I bring that back. That would do a train line there, and Bucharest would get fuel. Maybe I go with the swapping of the ships first. Okay, so of course, I don't want, I'm trying to make sure that you guys get to see as much as what I'm trying to do here, right? As much as I really don't want to do this, I am going to swap them down for a cheaper version. So we know we're hauling, so that's 100. I really don't want to drop, like, these are going 30, right? And this will go 25, which means I might only need to put on a few extra ships to get the spacing to figure out, and we'll see what happens. So let's swap these out and see, because like the cost per year is 131. The cost for these is 413. It's 3 times the amount, right? 25 I think is still the better bet. 25. Vandals are 180. 131 versus 180. 26. You know what? I'm gonna try this. So we're gonna replace these. You know what? We're gonna select that. Replace selected vehicles, and we're going to replace selected vehicles with this and do this. All right. So that does a replacement. Now, these are traveling 5 kilometers slower, or 1/6. We may need more ships. And again, I'm going to have to bring you back to see how this pans out, right? So now I do notice here it says it has 2 cargo capacity. So I don't know if that's going to hurt my chances or help my chances, but I guess we can see what happens here, because we're not stopping anywhere with passengers on this. We're literally just trying to make something happen here. We got to try and reduce their cost while still getting a viable option here for Istanbul. So now that I've shown you that, we're just going to go with that for the moment. I'm going to bring you back. We'll see how it turns out. Okay, so I guess to wrap this one up, it's not a loss, it's not a gain, it's kind of neutral. So we did replace the ships. We're not making great amounts of money on them. It likes to float around the $200,000 mark. So at times I will make about $400,000, and then because the way ships are, it will dump itself like down to minus $200,000 like that all of a sudden, right? And then suddenly it comes back again, and that's just because of the drop-off times versus the point. Now, I mean, I could try to reduce the ship size one more, but my concern is that if I reduce it any more, the ship's speed will be reduced, and that would require me then to put on more ships. So the big issue here is how do you convince this area to use more fuel? I did try to move the drop-off point a little closer to maybe where we could get a few more fuel stations involved. But really, they are pretty packed here, and I'm probably not going to get much better out of that anyway. Like, you start pulling this thing too far away from here, I mean, this is fuel corner, right? So, yes, I grabbed a few here, but I lost these two over here. So, you're kind of... trading one side for the other now, right? And it's literally an issue of supply versus demand. And then, of course, you got to sail from here to here empty. Now, I do wish these guys were pulling more oil up there, because this is the other problem. It's not that transport is the issue, and I mean, we are shipping 2 out of 400. I mean, it's kind of saying, hey, we're doing what you want. Production 200, right? Shipping about 128. Now, for the 170. So it's literally a demand problem. Right? If somehow I could just convince these guys, hey, you know what? Ship a wee bit more refined oil, and at the same time, ship me a little bit of fuel, we'd be good. Now, again, these are running flat out. I mean, they're running flat out, and again, capacity is everything, right? So, you're looking at 59 out of 100. Yes, I could, like I said, reduce these ships down just a little bit more, try to take some savings on that, but I'm actually kind of okay running this as a neutral line. Yes, I'm not happy it goes red, goes blue, goes red, goes blue. Yes, I wish it would stay blue all the time, and overall, just be happy with me. But I'm going to take this as a win anyway, people, because Istanbul is getting good volume. I mean, it is getting good volume, and the truck line runs $150,000. So I guess I am kind of breaking even on all this one with me and my poor headache today. Just don't know what's going on with that the last couple of days, but yeah. I mean, I got a boat line in, and I mean, it is impressive. I mean, it's an impressive boat line, and I may play with it offline, or maybe a little bit down the road when I feel a lot better, that I can concentrate on it more, and we'll see what happens. But you know how it is, people. I mean, not all, I mean, it's a boat line. Okay, I always knew this was always going to be a trickier line to get set up. I'm Max. This has been Transport Fever 2, the Eurozone, and hey, this setup was basically crying for an all-out boat line, right? So we gave it one, and it is working really good. It's working really, really good. It's just, if the maintenance was just a little bit less, and the city was asking for just a little bit more, I'm pretty sure it would, it would turn a constant profit, where instead of just like a break-even point. But anyway, you got to take what you can get sometimes, people. Sure. I'm still working. We still have the Italy on the back pocket. Maybe a little bit of the peninsula there, and of course a couple other things that I'm now trying to set up for future episodes. Which one I'll do next, I'm not quite sure. So again, it's a little hard for me to think today with this terrible headache. So I'm sure we'll come up with something. I know that we have great opportunity, a few really nice opportunities here with some oil as well. And, I do know that we have a few opportunities down in the peninsula. The Isles up here, we'll call them, it's a little trickier to maybe make something work up here. Doesn't mean I'm not willing to try and make it work, though. We do have oil stuff off the coast. Again, more boats, but maybe it's something like maybe it's just a supplemental boat to this refinery here. I'm not quite sure. Anyway, I'm babbling because my head hurts, and that's what I do when my head hurts. Big thanks to recent subscribers, as their names are going at the bottom of the screen. We'll figure something out. You know, I appreciate everybody that's watching the series, and we'll figure something out to put in there. And yeah, whatever it is, I'm sure it will give me a headache. I'll see you all in the next one. Take care.